Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Can You Handle This cast, starring Salvadoom and Faith. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a very special episode of the Can You Handle This cast, because this is the first one that's going to be up on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Give us all a round of applause. You know you love it.
Yay!
Woo! Wow, you even got one from the side over there. You working on your sick mariachi skills over there, self.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You know, as what Faith just said, this is going to be the first podcast that will be uploaded up to YouTube. We have a lot of news this week, not only based around WWE. We'll also be talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Noah, Ring of Honor, who just had their final battle pay-per-view last night, and all I have to say about that is we'll get to it.
Oh boy, we got plenty of news. I don't know how we're going to cram it all to an hour, but we are going to find a way. We'll find a way, just like Drake and Josh said.
Megan.
Oh, Megan. I don't even know what she's doing nowadays. I randomly heard a song of hers from the other day. It was like my cousin's friend was playing like some like audio surf game and played a Miranda Cosgrove song, and I'm just like, wow, I have not heard this in so long.
Well, it's like, you know, Miranda Cosgrove just faded into obscurity after iCarly just ended obscurely.
Yeah, well, the other girl from there had her own show with the girl from Victorious.
And look what happened.
Yeah, well, I guess
The
no
dumb
one has
one,
a career anymore except that one
Ariana
girl,
Grande.
yeah, Ariana Grande's got her like music career now, so.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna come up with the news. Wait, let me just do something real quick. Let me just look up something. 205 Live was this Thursday, right?
Tuesday. It was after SmackDown.
Yeah. We got news about that. The entire arena was almost empty when 205 Live came live.
Yeah, what do you expect? You just had the big main event of SmackDown. Then you're like, oh, don't leave. We got cruiserweights. But they barely tell anyone.
Yeah, so big news about that. Jack Gallagher made his official WWE televised debut.
Finally. You know, everyone was saying for this, like, oh, man, they're going to make the cruiserweights work Mondays, and then they're going to work Tuesdays. It's like, no, just have half of them on Mondays, half of them on Tuesdays, and that's basically what they did.
Yeah, but the thing is that how they kind of set up the cruiserweights is they have two women's divisions, right?
Yes, they do.
They have two tag team divisions.
Yep.
Then they should have two cruiserweight divisions.
I feel like if they get enough cruiserweights, because right now they got like, what, 10?
They have 10, including Neville, and I think Sin Cara was recently booted off of him.
Callisto.
But yeah, Callisto. But
and we'll
who
get
really
to
talk
Callisto,
about?
Don't you even worry.
Oh God, Callisto. Who cares about Callisto though?
Oh
but
gosh. I want to care about Callisto. They don't let me care about Callisto.
Who needs Callisto if you have Baron Corbin bigging up the cruiserweights?
Is Baron Corbin a cruiserweight? Can we get a 7-foot cruiserweight, please?
I think they had that with Yao Ming in the NBA, but nobody
Yao Ming was nowhere near a cruiserweight level.
All right, so the big news coming out of that is that we have a new cruiserweight champion in honor of our podcast name, Rich Swann. He is the new cruiserweight champion.
He can handle it, baby. He can handle this.
That
that's
match
one way
was
to kick
amazing.
off 205 Live, man.
It wasn't a kickoff. It was the main event.
Well, kick off the first episode.
Yeah, but I like how the package was just about his life. How both of his parents died in an early age, and then he reached the stage of the Cruiserweight Classic, and everyone loved him to the point that he is now your Cruiserweight champion.
Yep, grew up on the mean streets of Baltimore. That's like, what, a couple hours away from us? Like, he's definitely a local guy for us, as local as I can get without being, you know, the Briscoes.
Yeah. as local as you can get on the level that he's at.
Definitely.
All right, that's as much cruiserweight news as we're gonna get for the next couple weeks, probably.
Oh yeah, we're just going to get Brian Kendrick versus T.J. Perkins 20 times, I'm sure.
Yeah, so until they get more cruiserweights, we're probably not gonna mention them until there's a title change or unless something happens to Rich Swann.
Or if there's a debut.
Yeah. Next news, the biggest news coming out of today officially. There is a new NXT champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, recently won back the title at NXT Osaka.
I literally woke up and saw this. I'm like, wait, what? I ran over and told my I called my mom, just like, Mom, guess what? Samoa Joe lost the belt. Cause that's her guy. She loves Samoa Joe, and he lost it at a house show in Japan. Not even on this continent, he lost the belt.
But I kind of thought this was gonna happen because is Osaka's a big place for wrestling if it comes to Japan, and a lot of Osaka people do love their Nakamura. Even though, what about Asuka?
I gotta know, was that one lady there, the Nakamura guy, the Nakamura girl rather?
I hope
Shinsuke.
so. Oh, I hope so.
I love that lady. She's always there. She's gotta be right.
I hope so. Because for those of you who do not know, if you ever watch a wrestling event in Japan with Nakamura there's that one woman that keeps screaming Shinsuke throughout the entire match whenever Nakamura is out.
That's gotta be his mom, right?
Probably.
Yeah, like if you go back and watch Kota versus Shinsuke at Wrestle Kingdom 9, like all throughout the match, Shinsuke.
And no love for Ibushi, even though Ibushi's amazing. But
I love Ibushi, but everyone loves Shinsuke. He's such a character.
Well, yeah, it's because if you see a guy gyrating in such a manner, going into a ring, just imagine what he's gonna be like in the ring.
You've got a point. I mean, Michael Jackson comes to perform, so Japanese Michael Jackson better perform just as well.
Yeah. Next news. There's been a lot of rumors coming around saying that ROH is going to be purged by the WWE in this coming year because a lot of Ring of Honor's athletes their contracts are going to be up.
Oh, so everyone's saying that they're going to just buy up the contracts?
No, they're going to buy up the talent. Like they're going to wait till the January 1st. And Triple H is the one that's probably going to do a lot of this.
Oh, I bet, because he loves the Indie-rific guys, as we've seen from him just totally grooming Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins. Like, you can tell he really digs the indie scene. But I guess which ROH guy would you be most excited to see come over to the WWE?
This is actually kind of hard because of the fact that
yeah, the like, bigger who's left? I mean, they already got Shelton Benjamin, they already got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Tyler Black and all them. Like, who do we have left?
Realistically, all I can think is a bunch of tag teams.
Well, the Briscoes aren't coming over. They've already said a million times they're never coming over.
Yeah, but I think one of the big names are going to be supposedly purged will be the Young Bucks, even though they just retained their titles last night. And we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that match. That's why I just mentioned it. Apparently, also Brooke and Matt Hardy is on that list. A bunch of indie wrestlers that you would think would jump over.
That'd be something if we get the Young Bucks over here. So we'll have the Young Bucks and Machine Gun and Gallows and AJ Styles and Finn Balor. We'll just have one big Bullet Club just reunion over there. We need Kenny Omega to come over from New Japan.
I mean, Kenny Omega has been saying he would love to do a cross promotional show to have a New Day versus the Elite. So,
oh, that would be amazing. But yeah, Broken Matt Hardy is definitely someone that they need to get on payroll because that guy is just, with that character, it's just gold. It's printing money basically. I think that's the only thing really keeping TNA alive anymore.
There's another rumor supposedly that they might end up putting Broken Matt Hardy on the creative team as the head of creative. So if that happens, then TNA will have its what was it? What's the term to use? A rebirth?
Renaissance?
Yeah. You're gonna have a lot of paintings about TNA.
I think TNA is gonna be looking a lot more like Lucha Underground.
So very dark and in the basement.
And just taking titles away from women 1 week after they win them.
Yeah. Okay. That goes up to our another news. Is ROH gonna get deleted?
Delete, 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 delete. The best chant I've heard of 2016 other than 10, 10, 10.
Yes. If you do not know, last night at the final battle pay-per-view, after the incredible tag team match between the Briscoes and the Young Bucks, Broken Matt Hardy appears and says that him and Brother Nero are gonna delete the entirety of the Ring of Honor tag team division.
And the Rednecks.
Yeah. He called them rednecks.
Well, I mean, that's to be expected. You saw the promo they put out.
Well, they put up promos every other week, so I can't really complain about that. But also in the news, a new Crash Bandicoot remake is in the works.
What? What does that do with wrestling?
It doesn't have to do with wrestling. It has to do with me, damn it.
So this is just wrestling and Crash Bandicoot stuff?
I just added that there. I just want people to know, Crash Bandicoot remake, and I'm happy for that. But also,
oh my god, well, they already put out the Ratchet and Clank remake that didn't win any awards. They might as well put out Crash Bandicoot.
True. If you saw our live viewing of the Video Game Awards, you would know how badly I feel about that.
Oh yeah.
But big match coming out of Pro Wrestling Noah. It's official. Nakajima versus Suzuki. Within I think next couple of weeks.
Did I call this match? Did I call this? I don't remember if I called this or
not. None of us really called it, but a lot of us knew this. A lot of us knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's official. Nakajima versus Suzuki for Pro Wrestling Noah, the GHC heavyweight title. I mean.
Right.
Yeah, and also for New Japan, the official. Because right now, New Japan, they're still in their world tag league, so there's not really a lot of news. So their official match card for Wrestle Kingdom has 4 matches, and they're all their IWGP belts are online.
I don't know if this is going to be, well, it's really tough to top all the other Wrestle Kingdoms. Like, 9 was amazing, 10 was really good. I don't know if this is going to be up there with the other ones, because I hope it is, but I'm not sure if it's going to be.
But the 4 matches that are official right now are Naito versus Tanahashi for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. And we all know Naito, as of right now, he's been on a roll as being the leader of the Los Ingobernables.
Yeah, he's just been on it.
Yeah, and if I remember, there was an interview, and I remember it being translated. Tanahashi said, "My grandmother taught me how not to throw things. You don't throw things that you love. You don't throw a belt."
Oh, this guy.
So
he's the anti-Shane Douglas.
Another match for the Junior Heavyweight Championships, Kushida versus Hiromu Takahashi, or is better known as Kamatachi.
I just always call him Taka.
Yeah. These matches are kind of like what you're gonna expect. Main event's obviously gonna be Omega versus Okada for the big IWGP belt.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, and that match is gonna bring down the house if Omega wins.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, because he's going to be the first ever Gaijin wrestler to actually be at a Wrestle Kingdom in the main event and to win. Yeah. So he's automatically breaking a record right there.
He definitely deserves it.
Yeah. And also the Junior Tag Team Championship belts, Young Bucks versus Roppongi Vice. You would think they would start off the event like they did the last 2 years with a 4-team match. But nah, that's not what they're going to do it this year.
Well, as far as we know, they may change it last second.
Maybe, but doesn't seem like it. But I think you got any more news, Faith?
I'm looking over here. Nothing that I can tell from this week. I know last week was the big. Everyone finally saw the Sexy Star versus Johnny Mundo match.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still not over that.
I mean, I was into the fact that Sexy Star won the belt, but I kind of knew she was gonna lose it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that was going to be like the week after.
Yeah, that was. I was thinking like, oh, Matanza's gonna like show up and like kill her
Yeah, or
because
something.
that's what Matanza does.
He just kills people. I mean, I guess we could go over what's going to be happening this Sunday, which is what,
That's
tomorrow?
right. TLC tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow night. TLC. From the what arena? I don't remember the
That
arena.
that is going to be in the American Airlines Center, I believe, in Dallas.
Ah, yes, in Dallas, Texas, the home of WrestleMania
And
32 of this year.
and the wrestling god when he's not from New York City.
JBL.
So
So the match.
let's
What?
see. Once again, it's going to be sponsored by K Jewelers because expandable income, and WWE Supercard, which I played it years ago, but seeing the commercials nowadays where it's just like Big Show crying, and it's because he lost a game of Supercard, I just love it. And then the one where Cena's crying at the top of the staircase after he lost to The Rock, like anything that reminds me of that just gets to me. All right, so let's see what we got here for the matches. The main event of the night is going to be AJ Styles, the champion, defending his belt against Dean Ambrose in a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the belt.
For that one, I kind of assume two things are gonna happen, but they're both interferences.
They're both interferences with James Ellsworth and someone else.
Yeah, the Undertaker.
Undertaker, wow.
Because there's supposedly a rumor coming around that the Undertaker is going to face AJ Styles in the Alamo Dome for the Royal Rumble, which is kind of like Undertaker's going home tour, more or less.
The one that was supposed to happen last year, but didn't.
Yeah, yeah. Because Undertaker shows up in pictures. Oh, I'm an old man. He shows up. I'm gonna murder a bitch.
But then it shows him like deadlifting weights that are like 3 times the size of my head.
Yes. So I think it's going to set up Styles versus Taker at the Royal Rumble in the Alamo Dome. So technically, if you realize this is going to be the 20th anniversary
Of my favorite Royal Rumble, for one.
Yeah, the 97 Royal Rumble, the year I was born. I was about, I think, I think I was like, uh, a few months away from being, like, at least 2 months away from being born.
Oh yeah. Well, looking back after watching like all the AAA and all the stuff that I've watched, looking back and watching all the AAA guys just like not know how Royal Rumble works is the best. Like I'm sure you remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you do realize whenever you hear JBL mention Mil Mascaras or Tuos Mascaras, one or the other,
Mil
uh,
Mascaras.
yeah, he owes him $50, but it's because of the fact that Mil Mascaras goes up to the top rope and jumps out of the ring onto a guy and tries to go back into the ring while referees are telling him, "Okay, you eliminated yourself. Go back to the back, you fucker."
I don't even remember who it was. It was some other AAA guy. I don't remember. It was like uh, Silver King or who it was, but it was someone.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but you kind of like think, okay, this is gonna be like that big event that's gonna like make WWE an international entity, and all you see is a bunch of Mexican wrestlers jump out of the ring because they think, oh, this is a Royal Rumble. It's the elimination. All right, you have to pin the guys. Nope, that's not how it works.
I don't even understand because he came in like at number 10, so there he already saw what happened when like Fake Diesel went over. Also, Fake Diesel was in that match. Kane was in that match, ladies and gentlemen.
For
And Fake Razor.
Hey yo, Chico.
No, it was fake. So it was like, hey yo, Chico.
Oh, so he wasn't a Cuban refugee. All right.
He was not a Cuban refugee. He was just some guy from Costco.
Next match, tables match for the WWE SmackDown, the Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. All I have to say is this better be the match where Alexa Bliss goes over.
You know, looking at it, none of these girls have any like throw finishers, because Alexa Bliss does a sparkle splash and Becky Lynch does the armbar or disarmor or whatever she calls it. Like, the only way I can see it happening, all right, I'm gonna call it now. Becky Lynch is going to be like going for a superplex onto Alexa, but Alexa gets out of it and kicks her down through the table, and Alexa Bliss wins the belt. Calling it now.
I was actually thinking about this. What if Becky Lynch goes for disarmor on Alexa Bliss on the table, and the table breaks?
Just from under their weight alone?
Yes.
I think they have rules about that. Like, the table can't just break. You have to put them through the table.
Then explain Big Show.
Like, what about Big Show? Who cares about Big Show?
He went through a table by accidentally stepping on it.
That shouldn't have counted.
No, it counted.
That shouldn't have counted. WWE in 2009 was stupid. Are you really questioning 2009 logic? Do you know who the general managers were? No, you don't.
Teddy Long and John Laurinaitis.
No, Laurinaitis was 2010. It was Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, never mind then.
Exactly.
Big
Johnny
mistake.
wasn't the GM yet.
Oh, so it's before that Renaissance.
Yes, before the Renaissance, when it was still stupid. Because it's when the PG era had just first started, and they didn't know what to do with Batista. I'm still not over that. I love Batista, man.
I mean, it's Batista, but then again, it's Batista.
And it's not Blue-tista, it's not Boo-tista, it's not Bi-tista, it's Batista. The Animal Batista. Who is going to be starring in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Go watch it now on Netflix. Buy the game, buy the Telltale game, buy them everything. Send him presents. Send me presents.
But excuse me. Yes, Batista, he will be sent presents by all of you. But you know what? I hope this sets up for a rivalry between Naomi and one of them. Because you know what? Naomi deserves a title run, or at least a title rivalry.
At least a title shot for one. I don't remember the last time she got a title shot.
I don't think she had one.
I think the closest she got was that big battle royal they had between all the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is he? Alexa Bliss winning this?
I can see either Alexa Bliss winning through some sort of controversy.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. I don't even think we said who we said was going to win between AJ and Dean.
I said Styles is going to win to set up a rivalry with The Undertaker.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with AJ to win as well, because I don't know what they're going to do with Ambrose. I feel like they may set up a thing between him and Ellsworth if they decide to do that with Ellsworth, which I hope they don't, because I love those two and what they're doing, but it's coming. It's coming eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to see Ambrose going to go full CZW and just like murder Ellsworth.
Just take a buzzsaw to the forehead.
Because if you actually remember, I think like CZW started posting things like, "Hey, did you know Ellsworth was in a tournament of death?"
Yes, he was.
He wasn't in them.
I believe Kalisto was as well.
Yeah, but they weren't technically in the tournament of death. They were in just some random matches they had earlier in the evening.
This is true.
All right, so next match.
That's right. We've got a throwback match at WrestleMania 10. We've got The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in an Intercontinental Championship ladder match.
And for those of you who think you've seen it all, then you've probably seen it all, because I kind of think this match is going to be that back and forth style match that they always had. But I believe that they're not going to use the ladder until like near the end.
You don't think they want to do anything? Like, not even like a Bubba Ray Dudley airplane spin on it?
Nope.
Wow.
Because I kind of think that they're just going to fight until like the mid. Yeah, it's going to be like a real mat-based match, a real Texas Catch Can classic, if you will.
I believe it's a Cleveland Catch wrestling match.
Cleveland Catch. Can't even say it right.
Yeah, because it's so weird.
I could see this going two ways. Either Ziggler wins through like no controversy, or Maurice climbs up the ladder, grabs the belt.
that's genius.
But
what if Maurice wins the belt?
And like either Daniel Bryan or Shane McMahon comes out and say, since she grabbed the title,
she's the champion.
Yeah, because she's technically in the match.
Oh my god! Like what if like Mitch or Mikey comes out, or no, not Mitch, Kenny Dykstra.
Yeah, he comes out.
Kenny Dykstra, IC champion.
But then he loses it like the next night on Raw for some reason. Like he's on Raw for.
Why is he on Raw?
I don't know. Just like to like make sure he loses the belt like within a timely fashion.
It's a SmackDown pay-per-view. It would be on SmackDown.
I know, but that's the joke I'm going with.
He loses to Sami Zayn.
But that whole Sami Zayn thing, I was really hoping to actually be on SmackDown, but you know,
say what you want.
It's not gonna.
This could very well be match of the night. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yes, it could be match of the night because those two have history. Those two can give out the best match.
And I mean, like for the past like 5 months, they've been match of the night. So.
Yeah, because you have Ziggler with his actual wrestling knowledge, with The Miz's ability to piss people off,
and Miz's ability to sell like a champ.
Remember, The Miz never got injured until tonight. Watch this match be like the curse, and he just tears an ACL or something.
Oh no, not when he's on this run. Don't Gronk yourself, man.
No, but then again, he'll be on television and say like, I could still compete, or he's gonna say like how he's a tough guy, and Daniel Bryan's like, dude, you're seriously injured. Like, what the hell are you doing?
And then Maurice just fights for him.
Yes. You can get a lot.
He just does all mixed tag team matches, and Maurice is in the entire time.
You know what? How about this? Royal Rumble, Miz and Maurice versus Rusev and Lana.
Does Maurice even like want to wrestle anymore?
I don't know.
That's the question.
No, the real question is why?
Why not?
Why isn't Lana in the ring right now?
Why isn't Maurice in the ring right now?
Because apparently she loves to adopt dogs. If you've seen Total Divas Wednesday nights on E,
you think
check
I watch
the listings.
Total Divas? Get out of here. Who do you think
I
am?
A guy who likes to watch women.
I don't like to watch reality shows for anything.
I just like to watch it because I like to watch the arguments.
The totally scripted arguments.
Yeah, and the totally scripted Naomi on a fucking dirt bike falling onto the grass.
But bouncing up because her butt is like a bubble. And speaking of totally scripted arguments, we've got Nikki Bella versus Carmella in a no disqualification match. You like that segue? You like that segue? I like that segue. No,
it was a good segue.
No DQ match. Nikki and Carmella. Does anyone care? I don't care.
But apparently what they want to do with this match is to make it like how Raw's main event of this week was, which was between Charlotte and Sasha Banks for the women's championship within a no DQ match.
But
so
this
I'm
isn't for a belt, so it holds no weight. It's just two people that don't like each other just going at it. Like, what's the point?
Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3.
This does not have the weight of Hogan and Andre in WrestleMania. It's not like Nikki Bella's been undefeated for 13 years. Come on now.
But you know what? I kind of see this match going to a back and forth slap fight, and Carmella actually beats her with a chair. Like, starts beating her with a chair.
I feel like making a bingo for this, like who can get bingo first. Just like one bingo space for a chair shot, one for a choke out, one for like something that makes you cringe. Like
one for JBL trying to make the match interesting by yelling at Maggle.
One for Michael's not going to be there.
He just says Maggle to fucking Tom Phillips.
He calls Tom Phillips Michael. One for the crowd doing an ECW chant. But yeah, so, I mean, Carmella's probably gonna win, but I just don't care. For the last like 3 years, there hasn't been a single bathroom break match, but this is borderline. Like, I just really don't want to see these two anymore.
Yeah, And I think they're only pushing this is because of the whole alleged Nikki Bella is getting pushed because her sister's getting pregnant thing.
Honestly, like Nikki Bella's fine in the ring. Like
Yeah, she's a good worker. She improved a lot.
She's fine. She deserves pay-per-view spots. But this is what, the third one in a row where they had these two fight? Like, come on. Like, give her someone else. Give her, I don't know, bring up Mickie James, put her on there. Just do something other than her fighting Carmella, because I don't want Carmella on my TV.
Or even better, send her down to NXT and like have her like train Peyton Royce and Billie Kay or something. Turn her heel to like help them out.
Just get rid of Carmella.
Do something.
Put Carmella back on Raw, managing Enzo and Cass, so she doesn't have to wrestle anymore. There, problem solved.
But then you leave SmackDown with 5, and you leave Raw with about 8 or 9 women.
Then make it a trade. Send over Alicia Fox or something.
Dana Brooke.
Yeah, no. Well, Dana's fine doing what she's doing, but send over someone that's got no one to do over there, like
Nia Jax.
Well, Nia Jax doing her own push. Like
doing a push.
Find someone who hasn't been on TV that we just totally forgot about, like Summer Rae. Send Summer Rae over.
Apparently, Summer Rae is on SmackDown.
Really?
Or Raw, one or the other, but they just never mentioned her.
Well, fine. Send over someone that just hasn't done anything. Put them over on SmackDown, and then like call up Ember Moon or something.
You can't call her up that fast because apparently she's gonna be that totem pole figure.
She hasn't been on TV since Takeover, like through 2 takeovers ago.
But apparently she's gonna be the standard bearer once Asuka gets called up.
Where is she?
She's in the moon.
She's in the moon. Ember Moon is in the moon, ladies and gentlemen.
She's the moon spirit that Sokka was dating.
I remember my cousin was like, "Hey, where's that girl with the weird eyes?" I'm like, "I don't know where she is. No one tells me. I don't know if she even has a contract."
Oh, but we all gotta go with Beauty and the Man Beast facing off against the Wyatt family.
Yes, we do. I like how you skipped over the match that nobody really cares. There are 2 matches that I don't care about here. But yeah, Beauty and the Man Beast versus the Wyatts. I feel like this is going to be the Wyatts. Actually, I think they're going to win this because they've just been on such a tandem recently.
But the thing is that Heath Slater's got kids. He needs this job.
Well, he already has the job. He doesn't need the belts anymore. He needs the belts to get the job, but he doesn't need the belts to keep the job.
I think they can set up something with this. If they can say, get rid of the titles for Beauty and the Man Beast, Rhino somehow gets injured during a match. Kayfabe, keeping kayfabe, like he doesn't really get injured.
Rhino's got a state to run.
Yeah, like sounds like, oh, I'm sorry, I had to be a senator or a governor.
I'm the senator of Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.
Yeah, and for that some reason, Shane McMahon, since you don't have a tag team partner and your contract states you're only a tag team competitor, you're fired.
He wouldn't do that. They wouldn't turn Shane that heel.
Or make it Daniel Bryan, or make it some authority figure that has nothing to do with SmackDown.
You can't do it when you have 2 face guys in charge of the company. If that was Raw, that'd be one thing, but I don't see that going.
All right, but yeah, Orton and Wyatt, Bray Wyatt. Me no speak good.
Me no speak, yeah, right. Yeah, Bray and Randy have just been on fire recently. I feel like Randy is what Bray needed to actually get back on his winning ways, because he hasn't won a pay-per-view match outside the last couple in how long now? Like, I feel like that's what he finally needed, just a little help from Orton.
Yeah, and I like how they're going with Orton. There was always this demonic being going along with, like, he always had voices in his...
Yeah, nearly the 2009 Orton.
Yeah. So that's like something good that's happening. But then again, all I see is, will Orton, when will he get his spot back as the top guy?
I feel like he's past that point, honestly. Like, there's so many new guys that I'm not sure Orton's going to be the top dog anymore.
He's a top dog because of the aspect that he is still like the big name that's actively on SmackDown still.
Yeah, well, so is John Cena, but Cena's not going to be like, top guy for a while.
True.
And he's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy. He's just the guy.
And can we just talk about the fact that the last match we're going to mention about TLC is Baron Corbin versus Kalisto.
In a chairs match, I believe?
Yeah. What's the deal with, ever since they had TLC as a pay-per-view?
What's the deal with TLC matches? Thanks, Jerry Seinfeld.
We need Jerry Seinfeld to commentate at least one match.
Can we get Jerry Seinfeld versus the guy from The Daily Show, Jon Stewart?
The Battle of the Jews?
Yes, please. We need it. We need it in our lives. Book it for WrestleMania.
But yeah, this match, I don't give a damn about it. No one really gives a damn about it. I just hope that this match is over in like 5 minutes because Baron Corbin kills Kalisto.
Honestly, I feel like this is going to be the end of the feud because this is when Kalisto gets his retribution. Like,
maybe
this is going to be when he just takes him out for once, just chair shots to the knee, just murders him, and then he's like, I'm gonna take out Kalisto right now. Where is he, Daniel Bryan? Daniel Bryan's like, he's on 205 Live now. Like, he just jumps ship to 205 Live. That's how I see it going. It's probably not going to happen, but still, I love it. I love it, Mago.
All right, so I think that's it. That's it for all the matches for TLC, unless they add, say, a pre-show match.
Yeah,
but
it's
probably going to be a
Kane and Eric Rowan or something.
Luke Harper.
Well,
one or the other.
Harper's probably going to get himself involved in the Wyatt family match.
Yeah, it's like lights go out. Mrs. Kids are murdered, so he doesn't need that job technically.
Huh.
It got dark really quick.
I'm looking over here, just seeing that apparently El Torito's back on the Indies.
El Torito's back in the Indies.
Yeah, it's his. I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but he's back on the Indies.
What indie promotion? Wait,
There's quite a few indies that would get some minis in there.
Like Extreme Midget Wrestling
or AAA.
Did you ever see that gif of that 2 foot tall midget dressed up as a monkey getting kicked out of the
getting drop kicked and doing 2 flips? It's my favorite.
Oh, but you know what? All I have to say about that is El Torito, he's a good competitor. But can we just talk about the WLC match?
Oh my god. That was almost as good as the mini Royal Rumble that had Hornswoggle versus like Midget Kane, Midget Undertaker, just all these random guys.
Midget Batista.
Midget Batista. He was my favorite. He just did little and they got little tiny fireworks for him. And he got taken out by like the little boogeyman, who was like an actual like mainstay for like 4 months.
Oh yeah, he was part of the feud with Finley and Boogeyman.
That was one of my sister's favorite wrestling matches.
2007 was a weird year for wrestling, even though for me it was the best year for me as a fan because WrestleMania 23.
Whoa, 30. Whoa.
30, yeah, whoa, 2007. But yeah, I kind of like that WrestleMania because
as a kid, WrestleMania without Chris Benoit. Aww.
No, it was with Chris Benoit. He was defending the U.S. title
in 07.
And not WWE 07.
I thought he died in like 06.
No, he died in later 07 because he was defending the U.S. title against MVP.
You're right.
You're damn right, I'm right. I know about my Chris Benoit knowledge.
Apparently, Zeb Coulter's doing comedy shows now.
Apparently, Zeb Coulter's also a racist.
Yeah, on Twitter.
What do you say? Something to tell someone to go. I don't know.
Have you seen videos on Instagram of Santino Marella? Sorry, I'm just going through this list of like where are they nows. Have you seen the videos of Santino Marella working out? Dude is like jacked now.
Well, he does run an MMA school.
Yeah, and he's like super jacked and he's like bald and like you can't tell it was ever him.
Watch him come back to WWE. He's like, I used to be a joke, but then I got jacked.
He looks like Kerwin White now.
My God. Okay. Yeah, the final battle results. I've actually watched the pay-per-view, and all I have to say is, can the Canadian little girl get back to her damn parents?
Never. They have to keep that Amber Alert up forever.
For those of you who do not know, me and Faith, can we say that we condone illegal streaming?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
Yeah, because like
they're not paying me for the Fight Network yet, unless you guys want to. Put all business inquiries to faithandsalvadoom@gmail.com, which I believe is our email. It may be reversed, but I don't care.
Yeah, it might be that, but yeah, final battle. I love the pay-per-view, but the first half of the pay-per-view, this damn Amber Alert that would play in French because apparently some little girl in the Niagara County or Niagara Province in Canada was missing. I do not care. But the first match of the night was the Machine Guns and Donovan Dijak versus the Rebellion, which were formerly known as the Cabinet.
Yes.
That match, it was okay for a start. I personally didn't care for Donovan Dijak's story, but I kind of liked the match. It was okay.
The real question was, did the crowd care?
They did care enough to like make fun of Caprice Coleman.
Well, such is life, I guess.
Because after the match, after they won, he went up to the crowd, jumped the guardrail, and started yelling, "I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy," while ripping his shirt off.
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Damn it, Snitsky. You're selling very good grills now.
I love the Gene Snitsky grill commercial. I forget who it was, but I showed it to like one of my teachers in like my senior year of high school. It might have been like my history teacher. I'm just like, so this is a picture of Snitsky punning a baby. And then here's a picture of Snitsky selling you a grill. These are the same exact person.
It wasn't. Just remember that feud. We should do a podcast maybe later this month about feuds and like our memories of wrestling, like obscure memories that like we remember.
A top 5 feuds.
Top 5 feuds for you people who do not understand what wrestling is.
Number one, Kane versus
Snitsky
his dad.
versus Snitsky.
Number 2, Kane versus the English language. Number 3, Kane versus X-Pac. Number 4, Kane versus Katie Vick.
Kane versus dentistry.
Number 5, Kane versus getting his DDS.
That reminds me. Wasn't there a show called Glenn Martin DDS?
I believe that's what it was called. I remember the show. It was on like Nick at Night.
Yeah, it was like an art. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of what was it, Celebrity Deathmatch or something?
It reminded me of that and that one little claymation girl they would do during Pee-wee's Playhouse. Penny. I believe Penny was her name.
I don't remember any of this shit.
I remember, and that's all that matters.
All right, so next match after the victor of the Rebellion was Silas Young versus Jushin Thunder Liger.
Jushin Thunder Liger, oh my god.
He's allegedly 52 as of this week.
I like how you say allegedly.
Because nobody truly knows who Thunder Liger is. Not even Thunder Liger knows who Thunder Liger is.
You got a point.
But that entire match, I loved the pre-match promo that they had for Silas Young, where he was, after he fought a match, and he kept yelling, saying, "I am a real man," and he has a giant glob of spit and phlegm in his side of his mouth.
He is a real American. Fight for the rights of Silas Young.
But I love Silas Young to death as a wrestler. I love his gimmick. I love the fact that he is the last real man in professional wrestling, because that gimmick does actually work for a guy like him with a guy called the Beer Ziggy Bruiser.
They got to have a match between him and the real last guy of wrestling, Joey Ryan.
Okay, so you just want Joey Ryan to grab him by the dick, and then Silas Young just straight up cold clocks him in the jaw for a shoot.
Yes. Yes,
And
please.
like kayfabe, Joey Ryan's jaw is like shattered.
And just for good measure,
reasons.
let's throw Ricochet into the match.
To piss people off.
Just to make Jim Cornette mad.
Wasn't I if I remember correctly, there was it was during this match. There was a guy just Ultra Liger was the fan's name.
Ultra Liger.
The guy dressed up as Jushin Thunder Liger.
It's awesome.
I love the fact that Silas kept yelling at him throughout the entire match.
Yo, you're Ultra Liger?
He was yelling at him, saying like, "You're not a."
Saying you're not a what?
Because he's not a real man because of the fact that he dresses up like a child. Because only children are allowed to dress up.
I like to see him try and do that to the Iron Man Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey versus Silas Young. Calling it now.
We need that. We need that.
We need every single Silas Young match that involves obscure characters. Yes. Just to see the reactions of the fans. Okay, but Silas Young won that match.
Well, yeah, he's
Silas Young now. Yeah, because he won the Honor Rumble. He almost won the title from Adam Cole. Like, I hope next year will be the year that Silas Young wins a major championship. Maybe not in Ring of Honor, but maybe somewhere else. Maybe he goes to England and wrestles in Progress.
What if he just loses a bunch of weight and just wins the Cruiserweight Classic?
Then that would be the ultimate fuck you. But he still has the Beer City Bruiser with him.
He's got to.
But did you see his beer can last night, though?
Yes.
It just said beer.
It's beer-flavored beer by the beer company.
The best company.
Can the beer company sponsor our show?
Please, beer company, give us your money.
Beer Incorporated, we're looking at you.
Big Beer, come on, we want money.
I hear Stone Cold's favorite beer.
You can buy it for $5.99 at your local alcohol store.
At your local grocery store.
It's next to the carrots.
Behind the rutabagas.
All right, so all I have to say about that match is it was an impressive match to see Jushin Thunder Liger try to outwit Silas Young and to have Silas Young just literally get pissed off throughout the entire match and win.
Just smack his head off.
He tried to rip off his mask like several times.
Well, anytime you fight a luchador, you have to. It's just part of law.
But as part of the law,
they're so distracted trying to put it back on that you can get more offense in.
But also along with the law, the incredible matchup of Colt Cabana versus Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle.
I didn't realize Colt Cabana still wrestled.
He had a feud with a Dalton Castle because they wanted to be tag team champions. Basically, the entire antithesis of this entire match was because Dalton Castle wanted to fight for the tag team titles, but Colt Cabana said, "You don't need the boys for this matchup," and they lost.
So ROH is doing like this joint thing with New Japan nowadays, right?
They've been doing this for the past 2 years, I believe. Yes.
All right, I got it now. They also do a joint thing with ICW, and we get Colt Cabana versus Grado at Wrestle Kingdom. We need it.
All I'm assuming is that nobody knows who these people are.
They don't need to know.
You can call my name. It's like a little. They even use that song for him.
They have to.
They don't have to. They need to.
No, they do have to. I'm going to make sure it happens. I'm going to get Inoki on the phone.
Did you say you're going to get Inoki on the phone?
Yeah, I'm getting Inoki on the phone.
Can you tell him to get us to the New Japan dojo?
I'll try.
I can make a mean sandwich.
A mean sandwich. Yeah, just pay Inoki in sandwiches.
Because you know how apparently if you live in if you're wrestling, if you're a trainee for New Japan, you live at the dojo, you clean everything, you do everything, you cook and all that stuff. I can make a mean sandwich. I can make a mean turkey sandwich.
Can you make a nice fish sandwich?
Depends on the fish.
They got all kinds of fish in Japan.
But the match itself, Colt Cabana, I like how the dynamic was. Dalton Castle came out in a goddamn chariot.
Yes, he did.
Because why not? But I like the match. The match fit them both very well.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Because like Dalton Castle is the smaller of the two, so Cabana did use his weight a lot, all to the point that the two batarangs are. Is it called a batarang?
Batarang.
Yeah. Dalton Castle's finisher, the batarang. He kept doing it, and Cabana kept using his weight until the end of the match, where he finally got to hit it. But Dalton Castle got the win. I loved the match. It was a good comedy match. It was a good serious match as well. And can we just talk about the next match that I got? Fucking damn it!
Meanwhile, we got apparently cell phones in the background. Please silence your cell phones while this is going on.
Can you please wait a second?
What is that? An ice cream truck?
No, it's the house phone.
The house phone plays dun 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 dun.
Yes, and that is apparently I think that could be God Save the Queen or something. I don't know.
This is not God Save the Queen. That's you know what? Your phone should do La Cucaracha.
Like my car will.
Yes. It was always the most expensive horn sound in GTA, but you need it.
Oh yeah, but the next match, all I have to say about this match is I am pissed off how this match even went down.
What
for the fact that
Saul?
Cody hyphen
not
Rhodes.
Not
Cody Rhodes.
Not Cody Rhodes. Not Cody Runnels. Cody Rhodes.
No, just Cody. Cody Rhodes facing off against Jay Lethal in what I have to say is the best match up to the finish.
Ooh, yeah.
Because in the beginning of the match, the addiction, which consists of Christopher Daniels and the Frankie Kazarian come out, and they were talking about how this business needs this match, how these two are going to compete in one of the best damn matches possible because of the fact that the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, they weren't wrong, but the ending kind of pissed off a lot of people. I mean, turn him heel, but not this heel.
Not this heel.
Because if you want him to turn heel, yeah, let him kick the guy in the balls and walk to the back, not destroy everything and like push Steve Corino.
Poor Steve Corino, man.
But throughout the entire match, I like after the match, I like how Corino kept saying, yeah, like the big evil, the big psychological thing from Father or whatever." It was like, whatever. No, it's because Corino's it had a feud with, I think, some guy. I don't know. He's a former ECW guy, I think.
Tajiri?
I hope so. But it's not Tajiri. It's
I remember Corino managed
Marty Whipmulman. No, it's not Marty Whipmulman.
You mean Mikey Whipwreck? Mike Whipwreck?
No. It's some ECW guy, but apparently they had this big psychological feud with some guy they referred to as the Father. But apparently now Corino's thinking Cody Rhodes is the evil that they sent upon them. It's a weird thing, but you know what? Let's just ignore that fact. With the next match, the first crowning of the first ever Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions of Jay White, Leo Rush, and Kushida versus the Rebirth of the Kingdom. And I don't know the Kingdom. All I think is like one of the guys from the original Kingdom. I don't know that guy either. I just didn't care. About them.
Well, that's always a good sign if you don't care about it.
But it was a good match overall. The finish was like the last one, a subpar finish for the caliber of the match. They gave it to the Kingdom, and honestly, I kind of forgot this match. I kind of forgot how the match went.
Yeah.
Yes. But you know what? Jay White has his first official loss in Ring of Honor ever since he started his excursion from New Japan to Ring of Honor.
Took long enough.
Yeah. I think it was like 4 months.
So
was it for 4 months?
His undefeated streak's over. Shinsuke's is over. So just Asuka left now?
Yeah. All the New Japan guys.
And
yeah. Next match. It was originally going to be a 4-corner survival match between Bobby Fish, Dragon Lee, Will Ospreay, and the current Ring of Honor TV champion, Marty Scurll.
Will Ospreay can fly.
Marty Scurll is a villain. Dragon Lee's a dragon, and Bobby Fish's grandmother died.
Bobby Fish is a fish.
But this match was supposed to be a 4-corner survival match, but then it became a triple threat match because of Bobby Fish's absence. Because during the European tour, his grandmother passed away, which caused him to take a vacation. You know, go back, try to like recollect everything.
Sort of like Rusev.
And kind of, because remember, Rusev missed Survivor Series because his grandmother also died.
Yeah, like some of my grandmothers nowadays.
Yeah. So all I have to say is let's just hope for Bobby Fish to like, you know, cope with the passing and hope for him to come back to Ring of Honor, back to New Japan at a speedy recovery. But this match was amazing for the fact that it was a CMLL style match with New Japan elements and a guy breaking fingers.
What do you expect? It's in the Will Ospreay match. Of course it's going to be great.
But this entire match was actually kind of funny because of the fact that Dragon Lee was in there, but nobody paid attention to him.
Yeah, well, it's a triple threat. One guy's going to get left out.
I know, but it's like the code of honor was adhered to, but nobody like shook Dragon Lee's hand. He just stood there like, "I'll shake your." Oh, okay.
He's like, "Oh, no one. Oh, no, okay."
Because Marty Scurll tried to break Will Ospreay's fingers, because that's apparently his thing.
It's what he does.
Yeah, you know, he's a villain.
He is a villain.
But the match itself, Will Ospreay does his thing, Dragon Lee does his thing, and the villain, Marty Scurll, he does, it's something about what he does. It's when you make a nice soup, you know, when you make a nicer soup, it's like, it's delicious. It's perfect. It has the little spice in it. That's the Marty Scurll for me. He's the spice that made the match delicious.
Marty Scurll is your spice. He's your garlic and coriander.
Well, I saw some of his matches in Big Japan. No, that's not it. I saw some of his matches in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and also saw the Global Wars UK match that he had with, I believe it was a Jushin Thunder Liger.
He's everywhere.
It wasn't. Well, I mean, he recently won the Battle of Los Angeles. He's the Battle of Los Angeles winner.
I think anyone could technically win the Battle of Los Angeles. I think you could win the Battle of Los Angeles.
I'm not an agile individual. I'm not one to jump into the crowd. Yet, that's right. But, you know, this match was a great match. It ended with submission from Marty Scurll putting the chicken wing onto Will Ospreay. And actually, Dragon Lee,
as
near
Bob
the end of the
Backlund
match,
turns in his grave.
He's not even dead.
He doesn't have to be.
He's just turning in his bed. He's sleeping during the match, and as that happens, he turns.
He was probably in the crowd.
He's like, make Darren Young great again.
I haven't watched Raw in forever. Is Darren Young great yet?
I haven't seen him in a while.
So no.
But the match itself, it was a great match because Dragon Lee then ends up stomping onto Will Ospreay's chest, trying to pin Marty Scurll.
It's a good sign.
Yeah, so I'm thinking is, well, Will Ospreay's dead. Everyone's dead. He's dead. She's dead.
I'm dead.
B's dead. B-movie's dead.
B-movie will never die. You know Pornhub has the Bean movie on it?
Now I know where I have to go next.
I fell asleep on that website watching Shrek.
God.
It was just straight up Shrek. That's the first time I ever say I fell asleep on that website.
But all I had to say also is the match was amazing. Marty Scurll wins by submission. The next match is for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match. It's for the tag team titles essentially. Young Bucks defending against the Briscoe brothers.
What I'm sure is the match of the night. For me, anyways, because I love both these teams.
Well, I love these teams too, but there's something missing, and I think it's a little. I think it was deleted before it happened.
Matt Hardy.
Yes, we need Matt Hardy everywhere. Matt Hardy for life. Matt Hardy needs everything.
Matt Hardy's love. Matt Hardy's life. When I was only 5 years old, I loved Matt Hardy so much. I had all the merchandise and the movies, which, you know what, isn't a lie.
But yeah, this matchup, great matchup for both teams. They do go well. So they do go so well together. So and also I like how Steve Corino, Kevin Kelly kept referring to like
Steve Corino. He's back.
He's been back, and apparently WWE might be scooping him up too.
Corino, he better not wrestle because he's like an ancient.
No, he's not gonna wrestle. He's gonna be one of the head trainers at the Performance Center.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, but
cut a good promo.
True.
Yeah, but Kevin Kelly, a big ugly hermaphrodite.
Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly.
No, The Rock didn't say you could talk.
God fucking damn it. But Kevin Kelly kept referring to like Cactus Jack, saying, what was it? One of the Briscoes, Mark Briscoe is going for the elbow like Cactus Jack, and he kept referring to him. He keeps referring to that to the point that Korean was like, "Do you even think Mark knows who Cactus Jack is?"
That's a good question.
It's like I think he thinks it's a type of whiskey or something. But the match was amazing for both teams. You know, you got your strong style bases through Briscoe brothers, and you have your high flying spot monkeys that they are spot monkeys. If you do not know that. Yeah, this match was actually really good, and I love the ending of the match when the lights went out and all you hear, the Bucks of Youth and them boys, your match was simply delightful.
I knew you'd come.
And essentially, he just threatened to kill the entire Ring of Honor Tag Team League division by saying, "I'm gonna delete all of you."
Man, wrestling's fun.
Wrestling's fun when you're not. Wrestling is fun when you have a library card.
Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card.
Thanks, Arthur.
So let's see what we got. Our main event left.
Yes, the main event, Ring of Honor World Championship on the line. Adam Cole defending against Kyle O'Reilly, and apparently this match was actually one of the biggest matches.
Why?
Because the original Mount Rushmore professional wrestling had Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yep, this is very true.
So to have these two compete on a final battle pay-per-view is kind of like that final puzzle piece on a mural of their careers.
It's like Punk Danielson all over again.
Yes. So this match was a technical blood fest. It was a technical bloodbath, and I love it.
Every last minute of it. I remember just last night you were just saying, "You guys have to watch this. You have to watch this. You have to watch this." You missed out on technical bloodbath. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I will."
Because it's the fact that, personally for me, I do love bloody wrestling. I love a good death match on occasion. But if it's like two technical wrestlers, like the violent artist himself, Kyle O'Reilly, it was a good match. It was a good fight. Near the end of the match, though, they were both bleeding profusely, and apparently it wasn't from like bleeding.
It was just legit.
It was legit because of the table breaking.
I think it was like an RVD spot for like it just caught his eye.
He didn't caught his eye. Apparently, I think Adam Cole went through a table head first, and apparently one of the ridges cut him pretty deep.
Oof.
And same thing goes for Kyle O'Reilly. They both were cut pretty badly last night, but it somehow like kind of just covered up pretty well. So
We gotta look
it
up who
wasn't.
got more stitches.
I don't think you'll see that.
Whoever got more stitches wins.
You're gonna need to know who got more stitches because after the match, the submission ending was one. The submission ending was one of the most incredible submissions because of the fact that Adam Cole pulled out thumbtacks, right?
Right.
Then O'Reilly goes for the armbar on top of the thumbtacks, and they're both on top of the thumbtacks.
Oh.
So it's one of those moments that...
It's like Ambrose and Jericho.
Yes, I actually kind of saw similarities with that match, but the fact that this match was like so... It had so much meaning to everyone involved. Because their careers are so deep within each other.
You're not wrong.
So, the ending was incredible for both sides. It was a good match all around. And, you know, if you want to watch it, I do recommend, if you have the money, that app, go support Ring of Honor Wrestling. You know, they are the only decent alternative to WWE, as you all know. You know, if you sign up for the... What?
They're the only decent... Are you saying wrestling company-wise, or what?
Wrestling company-wise.
Come on now.
U.S. based. Where it's at. U.S. based if you're looking for wrestling, not if you're looking... Not if you're looking for ancient Aztec demons killing people.
That's what wrestling really is.
Tell that to Vince.
Vince just doesn't like the brown people. Oops.
Oh.
Man, now I'm never going to get hired by them.
You know, I want to get hired by WWE.
I want to just not like money.
No, I just want to wrestle in New Japan and just get murdered by Antonio Inoki.
Well,
isn't that everyone's dream? Or just wrestle in just wrestle once in the Stardom ring.
Considering Inoki retired the year after you were born, I don't think that's quite going to happen.
Me versus Inoki in the hospital room where I was at. He slapped the taste out of my mouth. Just imagine Antonio Inoki goes to a hospital and slaps a baby.
I love it, Michael.
But I think that's it. Do you have anything else to mention? Because that's as much as I wrote.
I guess any upcoming things like what's going to happen on Lucha Underground next week and
the World Tag League is going to be ending this week, I think, too.
Yes, it is.
And apparently, World Tag Team, Ishii and Goto are both leading the B block.
Oh yeah.
And it's a tie for Tenkoji and Gorillas of Destiny for the A block.
How's
how's
Billy Gunn doing? That's the real question.
I think they have like 3 points.
Oh, they had that in week 1.
Yeah.
Welp.
If you're on my stream, why is there a green circle on the bottom? Did my screen break?
And if you're on mine, then hey, check out AJ Styles' nipple. It's a pretty good nipple.
All right then.
But yeah, I think that pulls
kind of wraps it up
to the end. Yeah. Hopefully,
because because it's December. It's December. Not a lot of wrestling companies are doing much. WWE might be slowing down a bit. Tribute to the Troops is apparently on SmackDown this year.
Really?
Yeah, because for a business project, I looked up tickets for a WWE televised event, and it was SmackDown / Tribute to the Troops on Tuesday, December 14th, I believe.
Is it going to be in Afghanistan or like?
It's going to be in one of the army bases.
Like in the United States?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is a waste.
I always like the ones where they go over to like Iraq or something, but considering like we're not, I guess, in war right now, I guess it makes sense that it wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Or at least like put in one of the army bases that ISIS is currently attacking. Like live in a war tribute to the troops.
Just do it at the ISIS base.
But no women's match because they hate women.
No women's match. Just replace it with Muhammad Hassan's grand return.
Oh my god, I want that to happen.
And with that, on that note, we'll call this to an end. Thank you guys for sticking through for, oh my gosh, it's been like an hour, something like that. But
at least an hour.
At least. Thank you guys for sticking through with us. And yeah, I guess if you want more, then check out the live streams on either of our Twitch channels, and
which is twitch.tv/thefaithbreaker, twitch.tv/Salvadoom. Check out us on Twitter, twitter.com/Salvadoom with 3 O's for me. It's 3 O's. And it's the Faithbreaker for you, right?
Yes, and then of course we got our Discord, which is probably going to be, I'm going to leave the link down in the description of the video. And yeah, I guess if you want to see more, subscribe to it. I guess if this really changed your life in some way, give it a thumb up. If you want to see something else, like a special topic, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, we're willing to like talk about topics. We're willing to talk about anything.
Yeah, I feel like sometime we're going to do like top 5s or top 10s or something.
Yeah. And if Steve here and Larson are hearing, I'm calling you guys out.
Oh yeah, we're going to have a crossover with Steve here and Larson.
Are we? It's like, are we?
No.
And the Super Best Friends, Willie, I'm calling you out. I'm 1v1 me.
Did you call him Willie?
Wooly.
Wooly.
I'm calling you out.
You called him Willie. Oh my gosh. And Brian Zane, come at me, bro.
Willie, I'm gonna steal your pies. Wooly, I'm gonna steal your pies.
Oh my god.
What other wrestlers or what other wrestling really? Oh, you guys at what culture? Come on, and Blonde PA. I want to be part of your group. Fuck the Chigi Club.
Oh my god.
Fuck Jack the Jobber.
Wow.
Fuck out Ashley.
Oh my god. What about Susie?
Fuck Big Dame. Who?
Susie, the Scottish girl.
Who?
I'm Susie from What Culture, and you're listening to the Suzaro section. You know her.
Who?
You don't know her?
That's the joke.
Oh, that's not very nice. I'm sure
but you know what?
She is a wonderful lady. Come on now.
If you're willing to hire us, please, I'm willing to change.
You need more than one American on your roster.
Do you want 2 Americans that are overweight and willing to wrestle at your promotion? I'm willing to fight Joe Henry.
I'm not. I don't want to fight my hero. I'll fight Will Ospreay though.
Oh god, if any of them finds this and like
if any of you guys, if we ever like do a thing with Wood Culture, Kurt Angle's part of WCPW. We can call up Fishburne, and they can have, have a wrestle.
They could have at least like a shoot wrestling match at a WCPW show.
That's right, Kurt Angle. If you're listening, we got Todd Fishburne, man. He's coming for you, baby.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He hasn't wrestled in like 20 years, and he's like a principal at like an elementary school.
I think he works in Boston now.
Fishburne?
I think so.
No, apparently I hear he's. Oh wait, they had that big change up. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you're willing to like, if any of you guys know connections to like any of the big YouTubers that do wrestling, please like contact them saying like, these guys are okay. They understand the subject of professional wrestling. We're not okay.
We're not
Brian
okay.
Zane,
don't even lie about it.
Jim Cornette, can you hire me?
We're going to be littered with dislikes because we're selling out now. We've just been rambling for 5 minutes. Hey, come talk to me. I'm lonely. Oh my god. We're calling it. Good night, everyone.
All right. Good night.
Enjoy your stay.
Go on my Facebook. Go on my YouTube. YouTube.com/Salvador1223.
Wow, you're just really pushing yourself now, aren't you? Do you even have any content that's worthwhile on there?
I mean, I dig in the
podcast we did.
I'm uploading most of the podcasts I do for my Twitch on my YouTube, so if you want to watch the VODs of my gameplay, then go there.
If you want to watch us rambling for 5 hours, which is essentially it.
I mean, we should probably just start commentating on like on lucha libre matches with English commentary.
Oh, just start dubbing over it.
Yeah. I mean, I had that idea.
Oh my god. Anyways, good night. Good night, America.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, Canada.
Good night. Good night. Good night, Moon.
Good night, Bear in the Big Blue House. You graceful motherfucker. Rest in peace, baby.
Rip. Press F to pay respects.